Hello and welcome back. Let's talk about this game, the Canucks game from last night. It was interesting. They played well for being on the second end of a back-to-back. However, they didn't win. And winning is always important. So, we're going to talk about the game here first. I'll give you my thoughts, give you what I think they could probably improve on. And yeah, so, starting off here in the first period, the Red Wings score. That sucks. Halak looked okay throughout the game. He made 18 of 20 saves, but what did he? I don't know. But anyway, so and then Canucks score, and then Red Wings score again on the power play, which ended up being the game-winning goal. Then the third period, they had the empty net goal, which basically sealed it. So, anyways, in the first period, basically how it went is, well, yeah, so, anyways, so, Myers and Höglander were noticeable throughout the first period. I didn't really notice them out, I didn't really notice them in the second or the third period, but, I guess I should mention this game. This was Halak's first Canucks start, and like I said earlier, he didn't look too bad. PD made a really good play on Grace. Grace was fantastic this game. And then I noticed throughout the entire game, Halak was playing the puck a lot. And then during that action in the first period, Halak made a mistake. It was turnover to the Red Wings player, and Halak made the save far out from the net, which was very good. And then PD was very good this game. Like, in the first period, he made a bounce pass off the boards, and straight after that, he was making fancy plays, and he turned it over, but he took it away by himself from 2 or 3 Red Wings players. And Garland was in the first period. We'll talk about what happened in the second and the third after, but Garland was hit in the face by a glove, and there was no call. It wasn't like the McDavid punch on Ekman-Larsson, but he was still hit in the face, and he should have gotten called on that. So, in the second period, Highmore didn't have a stick on the penalty kill, and it led to a power play goal against off of Ekman-Larsson. You can't really blame Ekman-Larsson for that. It wasn't really his fault. And at some point during that second period, OEL hit Leddy. He hit Nick Leddy. And there was a scrum between OEL and basically the entire Red Wings line that was out there. And then Garland wanted to fight Smith out there. Garland wanted to fight this entire game. However, he wasn't gonna make any trouble specifically for a fight. And then there was an interference call on Quinn Hughes, which led to a power play. It was terrible. You can see Travis Green on the bench was not happy with that. And then in the third period, OEL does make a dirty play, and he spears Sider in the groin. That isn't really acceptable. And I guess we should talk about what happened there before that in the second period with the Garland hit. I don't think it was dirty. I'm pretty sure, I guarantee you it's not dirty. He hit him with his back nut, his elbows. Sure, in the position he was, his elbows looked to be out, but he wasn't intentionally trying to hit him. And after that, Garland got boarded twice. He got interfered with a lot, and there was no calls on all of them. There should have been at least 2 boarding calls against the Red Wings, at least 1 interference call, and at least 3 intent to injure, because they were out there trying to hurt Garland. And they were mad at him, and teams are going to be mad at players when something happens, but it's unacceptable for these to go uncalled. And after the Garland hit, Horvat sorta was fighting. He didn't drop the gloves. He did throw 1 punch with the glove on, but I don't blame him. He got his helmet ripped off of him, so he got a bit hot-headed after that. So that was basically what happened there. And so we'll go into the stats here. It was 41 shots for the Canucks, 21 for the Red Wings. Throughout these first 3 games for the Canucks, they have led in the shots. In the first two, they didn't lead by many. In this one, they led by many. And then in the past 3 games, this game included, they have not had the edge in the face-off percentage. And the Canucks were very good on face-off last year, and Pettersson is 5 for 20 on the season. That needs to change. And the Red Wings and the Canucks took a lot of penalties here, but and a lot of them were roughing calls. So yeah, and anyway, so the hits were 15-5 in favor of the Red Wings. I think the Canucks needed to hit more, and they definitely needed to block more shots like the Red Wings. And I think they need to be more disciplined and stay out of the box, and they definitely need to improve on the face-off. And then you can see the giveaways there too. The Canucks were very good with that. The Red Wings weren't. And then so the Garland goal, that was from the impossible angle, and it was pretty nice. So that was basically that. And then Halak finished the game with a .900 save percentage. And then Thomas Greiss finished the game with a .976 save percentage. And that was good. Like, Thomas Greiss was very good this game. And so if I go here, I'll show you all the penalties. In the first period, it was Nick Leddy holding against Pettersson. And then it was Dickinson against Lucas Raymond for hooking. And then you can see roughing calls here. And the bad interference call on Quinn Hughes. And then the tripping against Jack Rathbone. And then roughing here. And yeah, Ekman Larsson got a slashing call for that. I don't think it should have been slashing. I think it should have been more spearing. But anyways, this is the Garland hit, illegal check to the head. He didn't mean to. And that's why I think it really shouldn't have been a penalty. Because that wasn't really, it wasn't intent, and it wasn't really deserving of a penalty. And then you can see here at the same time, Horvat was roughing against Rasmussen, and then Rasmussen roughing against Horvat, and then Hronek roughing against Garland, which was, I don't know if it should be, like, I know it should be roughing at Garland, but I do think that should have probably also gone uncalled, because he was just sort of trying to get back at him for a hit on his own teammate. But anyways, and then it was Lucas Raymond holding on Jack Rathbone. Jack Rathbone was draw 2 penalties this game, and then Chason got a roughing penalty, and Hronek got a roughing penalty, and they both got game misconducts for that. And then for the 3 stars of the game that NHL.com gave him Thomas Greiss, yes, Philip Zadina, yes, but Rasmussen, not really, because if you look at it, he didn't get any points. So that's one reason why I don't think he should get any. And second of all, he really didn't do anything this game, because if you look here, he had 2 penalties, he had 3 shots, he had 1 hit, and he had 1 block. Is that really deserving of second star? No. So I think Zadina should have been given 2nd star. And I don't know who should have been given the 3rd star. Maybe Elias Pettersson, even though he didn't get a point, because he did look good. He was playing solid. If we go to Pettersson here, he was still a -2. He had 1 shot. He didn't have a hit. He had a block. He did sadly have a giveaway, but he had 2 takeaways, which was very, very good. And if Pettersson's playing like that, the Canucks will win games. And that's what we need, Canucks to win games. So, things you should know for the next game. It's on Tuesday in Buffalo. So, that's definitely a winnable game for the Canucks. And that's definitely a game they should win. I would think they're starting Demko for that game, but I cannot confirm that. And they also should probably... Where am I going with this? Oh, yeah. And so, for that game, there's 2 possible milestones. Quinn Hughes getting 100 points and Garland getting 100 points in their career. Sorry, not the season. I guess I should clarify that. Because, people can get 100 points in the season, as we know, because Connor McDavid exists. But anyway, so like I said, Garland can get 100 career points, and so can Hughes. And then I don't think there's any for Buffalo there. But yeah, so that was basically my thoughts on the game. If I have to give them one thing they did good and one thing they did bad, I think they were very good at limiting the amount of giveaways they had. And the one thing they did bad was on the face-offs. I think they need to improve that. Well, no, I don't think they need to improve that. I know they need to improve that. But yeah, so yeah, thank you for watching this video. Sorry if I'm a bit quiet, I'm tired. And this game kind of doesn't really help and make me want to do this, because this is the first regulation loss of the season for the Canucks, and I don't know how to talk about a regulation loss and make it sound good on the Canucks' part, where when they lose in overtime or the shootout, at least they're getting a point out of it. When they win, they're winning. So yeah, but anyways, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want to, like the video if you want to, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next video if you decide to stick around. Goodbye.